Welcome to Doing More. I'm Erica Cardenas. As parents, we want the very best for our children, especially when it comes to their health and well-being, just like the Phoenix Children's Hospital. Phoenix Children's Hospital has been ranked among the nation's best children's hospitals, whose mission is to advance hope, healing, and to provide the best health care for children and their families. With a vision to be the leading pediatric health system in the Southwest, Phoenix Children's Hospital strives in making the highest quality care accessible and affordable to its patients, and is always accelerating to achieve innovative research through the advancement of medical education. Now let's take a look at how Phoenix Children's Hospital is sharing hope, healing, and the best health care for children and their families.
Phoenix Children's has just celebrated 40 years here in Arizona. A staple in the Valley, we provide hope, healing, and the very best health care for Arizona's children and the families. We have 8 centers of excellence that we're really known for, not only across Arizona, but across the country. We're ranked nationally, and some of these are things that you would be familiar with: our cancer program, our heart program, Barrow's Neurological for pediatrics. Some of those programs that we have here that are really important, those are really high levels of care. But in essence, Phoenix Children's provides all healing, all health care for pediatrics across Arizona. When you come to a facility like this, you already might be a little bit stressed as a patient or as a parent. So the aim is to de-stress some of this, to make it feel welcoming, to make it feel familiar for many that come to us and come to us many times on their journey, but just a place that feels special and looks a little bit different than your traditional medical facilities.
One thing I really enjoy when I come here is child life. It's perceived as such a scary place at times. And having child life here, knowing that if you need a warm blanket or a stress toy or the iPad to watch your favorite show or even just a hand to hold, they're here for you to comfort you and relieve any stress or anxiety that you may be feeling.
We have been blessed with an amazing staff who not only attended to my daughter's medical needs, but also her social and emotional well-being. And there are no words to describe how grateful I am to Phoenix Children's Hospital for providing her everything she needed through her health and through her social emotional well-being.
When you really think about this, it's a team, right? And so there's a team that comes together for every single child that comes to see us. It's never just one person. And so they're just all really special, and it takes a special person to go that extra mile, to get trained that much more in some of these pediatric specialties. And we've got thousands of nurses, thousands of doctors that are here providing specialty care. So you know when you turn up that you have a specialist and you have the very best in the business. We can't do it without our corporate partnerships, the likes of Cox, and we're so really grateful to the Cox family and the Cox employees. When we have a need, Cox is there and stands up and says, we're here in our community and we'll support you.
You will be okay, and PCH has got your back. And you'll never regret being positive through what you're going through. And you have to get through what you're going through to achieve those amazing things, because after every storm is the most beautiful rainbow.
The spirit of giving runs deep when it comes to the Arizona community. And so when it comes to the driving force behind Phoenix Children's Hospital, you'll find the corporate and community campaigns as the center stone. From Papa John's, Dutch Bros, Costco, Jersey Mike's, to Panda Express Roundup Initiative. Every gift to Phoenix Children's Hospital, whatever the amount, makes a difference for the children and families in care. So if you're making a stop at one of its corporate donors, ask to make a contribution or become a donor by visiting give2pch.org. What a great way of bringing hope and comfort to children. I'll be right back with Doing More after this. Welcome back to Doing More. I'm here at the Phoenix Children's Hospital Playground, where children and their families can come together to relax, unwind, and have some fun together. With a medical staff of nearly 1,000 specialists, Phoenix Children's is one of the largest pediatric healthcare systems in the country and the most comprehensive children's care facility in the state. Because of this, Phoenix Children's Hospital depends on the support of its volunteers, who are an essential part of its daily function. So whether engaging with patients at the bedside, assisting their in-hospital school, or helping families find their way around the hospital campus, Phoenix Children's in-hospital volunteers help provide hope, healing, and care for patients and their families. And speaking of volunteering, I'm here at the Phoenix Children's Hospital Emily Center, supported by Cox employees who spent a day of volunteering. Take a look.
We've got about 25 Cox employees here today volunteering at Phoenix Children's Hospital to help the hospital with their needs. So they're bagging cookies to be delivered to patients and family members and staff. They're writing notes for our nurses in honor of Nurses Week coming up, and making some blankets for the pediatric patients that come into the ER. So it's a great day for Cox and for Phoenix Children's Hospital.
34 by 34 is our focus to touch the lives of 34 million people by 2034. And we're here today at Phoenix Children's Hospital, volunteering with a cross-section of employees from Cox Auto and Cox Communications, focusing on delivering against our initiative. This is our 30th event across the West in just the month of April, with more than 1,200 employees volunteering more than 3,700 hours giving back to the community. So we're really excited today, and this has been a great partner. Phoenix Children, we've had a 20-year partnership with them, touching the lives of not only children in need, but their families.
Also today, as part of our Cox volunteer activity at Phoenix Children's Hospital, we will be presenting a check from Cox Charities to further advance and update the technology of these journey boards. On behalf of Cox and our nearly 3,000 employees in Arizona, we're pleased to present this check for $34,000 to our friends at Phoenix Children's Hospital. Congratulations.
Thanks.
So the gift that we're receiving from Cox Communications is going to go toward the development of a new web-based application for the Journey Board, which means our families will have access to information 24/7, and they're able to reliably look back at the care instructions that they receive while they're here at the hospital.
What we do when we teach our families is we focus on the need to know and need to do information, what is really concrete and actionable.
The impact of the Journey Board application is quite significant. We have at least 15,000 inpatient families annually, and we do anticipate that to grow as our population continues to grow. And all of those families need a reliable resource to navigate them through that healthcare journey.
Phoenix Children's has been around since 1983, so this is our 41st year of being in the community. It started in Good Samaritan and has made its way here to this freestanding hospital in the 90s. It is the only freestanding hospital in Arizona, and it still continues as we grow throughout the valley.
Giving back to the community is something very important to me. Our employees are really passionate about it, and there's no greater cause than Phoenix Children's.
So it really is part and parcel of our overall mission and vision to influence and improve the lives of 34 million people by 2034. We can do that with PCH.
Cox is committed to making a positive impact in the communities it serves, and one way is through the empowerment of their employees, who are building better communities for the next generation. Just like the Cox 34 by 34 Social Impact Initiative, which aims to remove obstacles and expand access to programs to help 34 million people live more prosperous lives by 2034. We headed to Las Vegas, where Cox volunteers and leaders from the Mayor's Fund for Las Vegas Life gathered to support the city's Going Green for Good Health initiative. Take a look.
Today we're planting trees in partnership with Cox and the City of Las Vegas to help further the city's tree initiative.
There are so many areas, particularly in some of the historic areas in Las Vegas, that are urban heat islands.
We have a goal, and Cox is an incredible partner to help us get to that goal.
The City of Las Vegas is one step closer to reaching its Going Green for Good Health initiative to plant more than 60,000 trees by 2050 in areas of the city most impacted by the urban heat island effect.
The temperature here in our urban area is so much higher than what you see in the surrounding desert areas due to the asphalt and hardscapes. And so when we have trees and that canopy cover, it really helps lower the temperature for the residents of the urban areas.
I've been in Las Vegas for 30 years, and so this is my home. The changes that I've seen, and I think it's so important that we remember those areas that were the beginning of Las Vegas. And the people that live in those areas are the heart and soul of what our community is.
Leaders from the Mayor's Fund for Las Vegas Life and the City of Las Vegas gathered to recognize a $10,000 donation from Cox Communications, underwriting 25 park-ready trees to be planted in Clarence Ray Memorial Park and Children's Memorial Park.
work it down, kind of settle it in a little bit. Yeah.
Cox employee volunteers helped get the trees planted.
Well, I'm so honored that we're planting the trees so close to our headquarters right there on MLK, and it means the world to me because the historic West Side is near and dear because of the rich history.
The Cox donation of 25 trees also marks the company's 25 years in Southern Nevada.
This gift of trees embodies an important initiative of the Mayor's Fund, which is Going Green for Good Health.
One good deed begets another good deed, but no one can be a leader. There's only one leader, and that's Cox. And we appreciate you all for the work that you're doing. Thank you to all the employees for all the work that you're doing as well.
I have worked for Cox Las Vegas for 2 years, and I have never worked with a more giving group of employees who not only volunteer countless hours for nonprofits, but they raise money, they give of their personal paychecks. It's just an amazing group of teammates that we have here in Las Vegas.
Cox's social impact initiatives are focused on helping 34 million people live more prosperous lives by 2034. This includes commitments to sustainability and environmental causes.
We're improving quality of health. We're improving the quality of the environment here in Ward 5, and so we thank them so much for it. It's a big deal.
We want to really make sure that we thank Cox for this generous gift, because not only all the things that they do for the community, but right here in particular, how important this is and how this will really help to benefit the lives of the underserved.
The initiative Going Green for Good Health seeks donations from the private sector to the Mayor's Fund for Las Vegas Life to source and plant trees, nursery seedlings, as well as more mature trees with a goal of creating more equitable tree canopies across the city. For more information, head over to their website. What a great way of doing more. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Doing More. We're here at Phoenix Children's Hospital in front of the Paws Can Heal wall, highlighting the pets that bring comfort and therapy throughout the hospital. Now let's take a look at how students engage in discussions of civics and propose solutions to community issues.
Today we're welcoming students from all over Arizona. These are students in grades 6 through 8 who are competing for prizes and recognition, and most importantly, demonstrating their knowledge of civics. Today's statewide competition is the result of 4 local competitions that took place earlier in the year across the state. Students write a 500-word essay on an issue that matters to them, a problem that they want to solve in their community. And those essays were then judged by local leaders in their own communities. Students were invited to participate in a live quiz event, answer questions about their essay, and the top winners appear here at the statewide competition. This year, Arizona is one of 28 states participating in the national competition, with the goal of growing to all 50 states by the year 2026, when we'll celebrate the nation's 250th birthday, the semi-quincentennial.
I think the events like the Civics Bee are super important and just have like the civics and promote how important civic engagement, especially youth civic engagement, is.
Our finalists today displayed great knowledge on the topics that they picked and great passion for solving problems in their communities. Today was nothing short of inspirational to see these students who had studied a topic and then be able to present a case before a panel of judges. In addition, these students displayed a lot of knowledge about the content. They studied quite a bit about civics, about history, about government, about famous legal precedent cases. It was an incredible display, especially when you consider these students are in grades 6 through 8. It was just a phenomenal outpouring of support by their local communities behind these students, and also that the families of these students, the teachers who helped support them to get them here today. We couldn't be more impressed by the talent, the knowledge, and the passion these students have for civic leadership, and we're so glad to have started this competition in Arizona.
My name is Aiden Barasa, and I just won the Arizona State Civics Bee. Now I'm going to DC, so happy to represent Arizona.
I just won 2nd place in the State Civics Bee. It was fun and I'm happy, and I'll probably do this next year. I learned a lot about civics in general, and so my understanding got a lot better, and I can be a better student in civics and a better leader in my community.
There's a real need for more civics education, and it's a great way for communities, business, parents, families, and schools to come together and support something that matters a lot, not just for students' knowledge, but to the future of our country.
During the month of May, the Roosevelt District in Phoenix, Arizona celebrates its children through Dia del Niño, or the Children's Day Festival. Take a look.
The Roosevelt School District is the largest school district in South Phoenix. We have served about 7,600 students, pre-kinder, so our 3-year-olds all the way through 8th grade. We are very proud and rooted here in our community of South Phoenix. We've served the community for generations and have had many leaders that have really shaped the state come through our schools, and we're very proud of that. Today here at Greenfield, we're celebrating Children's Day. It's a very important celebration in the Hispanic community and across the world. It's important for the district to build these events so that we could bring community together. It's important for families to feel that they are outside, outdoors, enjoying each other, enjoying the pride that they have in their schools, but also being out in the community and meeting each other. It's important for people to come together, share their ideas, and have that sense of brotherhood and sisterhood in our neighborhood. So as we all know, it takes a village to raise a child. So our community partners that are here today are instrumental in helping us thrive as a district. We've had a lot of great improvements, and we have to say that our community partners are part of that effort.
I think it's very important to volunteer because it's a way to give back to the community. It's a great way to connect with people that you identify as, So from personal experience, I've actually have benefited from some of the opportunities that Cox has provided for me. As a low-income family growing up, we didn't have the money to pay for a large expensive internet bill, so Cox came in and assisted, and helped reduce that bill. So I see the true beauty of what they do, and just being able to give back to the community and through such an organization is amazing. And I'm just grateful for that opportunity to be here to speak on that behalf, and share my story, and help others maybe in similar steps, help them see what we do with Cox Communications.
Day of the Kid for me is really special because I myself is a mom of 2. I have a 6 and a 7 years old. Organizing events like this in the community really helps foster them feel like they belong to the community.
I grew up in this community. I went to school in the Roosevelt School District. I worked in this district for over 10 years. This community is important to me, and so to be here and to see some old families, see old co-workers, I'm glad that I'm able to be a part of that.
Para mí es muy importante celebrar el Día del Niño porque es una tradición nuestra que va a ir a donde quiera que estemos, entonces es bien importante como inculcar esa tradición a mis hijos.
If I could ask the community to do anything for South Phoenix, it would be to really invest in your schools. Register to vote, invest in your schools, and come out and see everything that we've been doing. We are a new Roosevelt. We've been focusing on making sure that we provide South Phoenix what it deserves.
We'll be back with more on Doing More after this. Welcome back to Doing More. We're here at Phoenix Children's Hospital, where they're sharing hope, healing, and the best health care for children and their families. Our final stop was in New England as we visited SCU Credit Union as they supported the Boys and Girls Club of Metro South, a safe space for students to learn, play, and interact. Take a look.
Derek, I've had the opportunity to visit here several times. As you know, SCU Credit Union is committed to supporting local organizations, and the Boys and Girls Club is certainly a worthy one. Can you tell me a little bit about some of the programs you have here?
Yeah, Glenn, look, it's been an amazing partnership with SCU Credit Union and the work that you're doing locally in communities. And we're really proud to be part of that solution in all of our communities that we serve. The magic really happens behind our doors. And it's seeing those young kids walk through our doors every day and experience activities like music and science and technology and growing their own food in our freight farms that really makes our organization smile. And at the end of the day, it's really about developing great futures.
One of the things on a slightly different topic that I'll bring up that really impressed me when I was here, and surprised me quite frankly, was this freight farm concept. It's something I had never heard about, I knew nothing about. It was fascinating. Perhaps you could explain a little bit more about what that is.
Yeah, Glenn, look, we believe that young minds can only grow when they're properly fed. And it's important to us that our young people that come through our doors have the ability to gain access to healthy and nutritious food. So we wanted to solve a very complex problem on a grassroots level, and that was deploying our Freight Farm initiative, where we have our own kids planting and seeding and ultimately harvesting the food that they eat in our cafeterias. And it really shows the true picture of what it's like to take something from a seed and ultimately nourish your body with it. And we're extremely blessed to have the opportunity to provide young people with those opportunities, and it's just one way we're trying to solve a problem in our community.
The first thing I hear from anyone who comes to our Brockton Clubhouse is how surprised they are, not just by the space that we have in the building, but also the variety of programs and opportunities here for our kids. When you walk through the door, we've got an education room and a large gymnasium, which is what a lot of folks think about when they think about boys and girls clubs. But as you come deeper into the clubhouse, you'll see that we have a really vibrant teen center. Right now, we're actually in the music studio of our teen center, a really incredible opportunity and resource for kids. Lots of technology and instruments that maybe they've never been exposed to before.
My favorite activity is probably here in the music. I would say that you get to learn and have fun. It's basically like school, but funner.
What we're trying to do for our kids is give them exposure, give them opportunity, and really ignite a spark that gets them to really discover who they are and where they want to go.
The Boys and Girls Clubs of Metro South do vital work. We invite you to join us at SCU Credit Union in supporting them.
I want to thank Phoenix Children's Hospital for hosting us today. PCH is a leading pediatric healthcare provider in the Southwest with an inspiring team working together to provide hope and healing for children. Phoenix Children's Hospital places children and families at the center of all they do as they dedicate themselves to deliver exceptional care every day and in every way. Although they cannot do this without the support of its volunteers. From engaging with patients at the bedside, assisting in the hospital school, or helping families find their way around the hospital campus, Phoenix Children's in-hospital volunteers help provide hope, healing, and care for patients and their families. I'm Erica Cardenas. Thanks so much for joining me, and see you next time.